Okay, so why don't we do some fun things here? When I select my sphere and I play it, and whenever I move my sphere, the objects that is stick to this sphere is going to have this wiggling motions. I'm not really sure how to the terminology for this. Is it jiggling or wiggling? Anyone who knows, let me know. Anyway, I'll just call this a wiggling object. So why don't we get started? So I'll just open a new scene, don't save it, and start from the start. How to create those wiggling objects. So first thing I have to do is I just have to create one part of that wiggling object. So uh, why don't I create a cylinder? Rotate this to rotate Z to 90, and then under the input, I'm going to set my height to whatever number you want. It really doesn't matter. I'll just make it a thin objects, and definitely the subdivision height have to be there. If you don't have that, it's not going to have that deformation, that pretty looking deformation. So try to make a square as much as possible, and then move this to around 7 on translate X. Like what I said, the number doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want. I'm just making this uh, match with the grid here, so it's really up to you. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a skeleton. So under the skeleton menu, create joints, and I'll just hold down the X key on my keyboard and just snap it from the start of the cylinder here, and then go all the way through the cylinder. And after you finish, hit enter. So now we have joints created, and maybe I'll just, for fun, I'm just going to create an additional sphere, and I'll just snap it, hold down the X key, and snap it to the end of the joint. So right now the joint is created, but we want to combine the joint with the geometry. So what I'm going to do is open the outliner, and then select all the joints I have here and select the cylinder, and then under the rigging category, skin, bind skin, and go to the option, set this to selected joints and hit bind skin. So now if I move my joint or rotate my joints, the cylinder is going to move together. Even for my sphere, I'm just going to select my last joint, shift select my sphere, and then do the same thing, bind skin. So now I have joint with the geometry binded together. And next is going to be the fun part. So why don't we use EP curve tool, which is going to be on the under the curve tab. Click that, double click, and make sure that this is 3 cubic. And then if you're ready, then hold down the X key, select the starting point of and the end point of the joint. And once you're done with that, hit enter, and curve is going to be created. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a soft body with the curve. So under the end particles, yeah, you have to hold down the spacebar and particles, and there's going to be this soft body. Go to the option, and when you set it as a reset setting, it's going to just show the make. It's going to creation option is going to be set as make soft. Change this to duplicate make copy soft, and you don't have to choose this except the last one, make non-soft the gore. and I'm going to make the gore to weight to 1 and create. So now what I have here is I created a copy of curve, and there's going to be particles that is connected with this curve.